Timmy, it's taken a while, but you're finally here as a Bradford City player. Welcome. How does it feel to be here, first and foremost?
It's a massive relief, firstly, just to finally get over the line. Feels great, to be honest, to be joining a club of this stature, working under the gaffer, hopefully playing week in, week out in front of fans, seeing the stadium for the second time, like in all its glory. It's sort of breathtaking, really, and I can't wait to get started, to be honest, and get my head down and work.
You've spoken very highly there, obviously, about a number of different aspects of the club, but what was it mainly, would you say, that drew you here?
I think definitely working under the gaffer. I think it's not every day you get a chance to work under somebody who's achieved what he has in the game, off the pitch and on the pitch. So definitely trying to learn, work under him, I think it's a no-brainer, really.
A 3-year contract as well, a long-term deal. Does that fit in with your ambitions? You're at an age now where you're, I guess, looking to make the most of your potential and keep growing as a player. Does that fit in with what you want to achieve now and where you see the next 3 years of your career?
Yeah, definitely. I think at this stage of my career, I wanted a home, somewhere I can work hard, somewhere I know that I'll be able to be given the environment to sort of nurture and to work hard. And I think the 3-year contract shows that. I mean, like I said before, it's a no-brainer. I think if you're given that, you got to take it, and I just honestly can't wait to get started.
As you say, not the first time you've been here, visited here last year as a Hartlepool player as well, and obviously played at Victoria Park as well. What did you take from those 2 games against Bradford City? One of the games, obviously, against a team that the gaffer was in charge of. How did you find playing against him?
I think there was a big difference between the first and second game. I think, firstly, when I played here, I think walking out, it was a bit like, whoa, like, you're sort of shocked, really. You don't really expect a club with fans like this to be in League Two. So I think that was the first one. And then the second game, I think you could tell the difference on the pitch straight away, the intensity, the way they pressed us, the way they kept the ball. It was a tough game. I think it showed in the result. Hartlepool lost 2-0 and deservedly lost. I think the difference between the second game and the first game, I think, was night and day a bit. The way we moved the ball, pressed, I think we didn't really have a chance at that point. But yeah.
You mentioned walking out here for the first time as an opposition player. Over 14,000 season tickets already sold for next season here. I guess when you walk out for the first time in a claret and amber shirt, it's going to be something quite special.
Definitely, I think I can't wait for it. I mean, I think every footballer wants to be involved in big games, like games that have something on them and pressure, like you got pressure riding on it. And I think every game here will be like that when you've got so many fans, and it's a big expectation, but I think it's a privilege, because if you're not playing under pressure or any expectation, then you're playing for nothing. And I think every footballer wants to play for something, to achieve something. So I think that's a massive privilege, and I can't wait for it.
How would you describe your character just on that point? Are you the kind of person who thrives under that pressure and that expectation of having, supporters in here cheering your name and willing you on to succeed?
Definitely, I love it. I think, like I said to you before, if you're not playing for anything, there's no pressure. And I love playing for something. And I think after every game last season, played in the semi-final, played against Palace away. After every game, I've come out of that and I thought, I want to do that all the time, I think. And this has given me the opportunity to do that. I'd say I'm quite resilient. I try to just play my game and give 100%, and I'm definitely a resilient person, I would say.
What have you taken from those experiences already? Like we say, only 22, but played at Selhurst Park last year and obviously started at Norwich City, so plenty of experience at a relevant age so far in your career.
I try and take it in my stride, to be honest. It's something that can sort of pass you by. I think because it happens to me at a relatively young age, I think you sort of get into a trap where you can think this can happen all the time. I think played at Wembley twice, played in the playoff final, played in the semi-final. I think you can get sucked into the idea that these things happen all the time. So I try and learn from each and every one, take it in my stride. And like I said to you before, I think I want that to be happening every week in, week out, because I love the pressure and I try to thrive under it, and yeah.
What kind of a player would you describe yourself as? We know you're a centre-back, but many fans will recall the battles between yourself and Andy Cook at Victoria Park last season. Is that what you pride yourself on, that tenacious work ethic sort of part of your game? Definitely,
I like to be on the front foot. I like to try and win the ball back. I can play a high line because I'm luckily quick, so I can get in. If the ball goes on my head, I can normally get there in time. I'm comfortable on the ball. I like to give the ball to players who are going to win the game for us. With all due respect to myself, I'm not going to win the game from centre back. So I try and give the ball to better players and players that are going to win you the game. And from the squad last year and the signings that we've had, there's a lot of players on the pitch that are going to win you the game. So that's what I try and do.
You mentioned the gaffer. What have the early conversations been like? Is he a kind of person you can see yourself getting on with?
Definitely, I think. Well, when I first told my dad's a massive Chelsea fan, and he said like, Gaffer's one of my dad's favourite players. I think, of course, like his messages early on, what he's been saying, our aims for the season, I think it definitely like lines up with mine. So I think it's going to be a good relationship, hopefully.
First day of training tomorrow morning, straight into the pre-season schedule. How much are you looking forward to getting into the thick of the action and, as we say, walking out here in front of these supporters for the first time?
I can't wait. I just can't wait to work hard again, getting my head down. I think it feels like it's been a long summer, so I'm just finally ready to start working, and hopefully 30th of July comes quickly and I'm out there and playing well.